Shalom, shalom wa ahava, mishpaka, shalom wa ahava. Peace and love, family, peace and love. It's your Agnaraya ben Yaounde, Nerea ben Yahuda ben Yasharel. Whatever your dialect may be, man, I say shalom to you all, to the whole house of Yasharel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, to the lands of our captivity. I pray that the Most High Yah, Hashem Yahushua, who the world has come to know as Christ, finds you all in peace, love, and safety in this time of judgment, chaos, corruption, revelation, and deliverance for the people of the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Mishpachah, these are some exciting times we live in, Mishpachah. You understand? And as they begin to, push back on what it is that they know to be true, Mishpachah, and begin to attempt to ostracize those who have larger platforms and a greater influence on our people, to stop them from helping to promote this awakening that's due to the hand of the Most High Yah, Mishpachah. There is no man that is causing the people of Yasharel to awaken throughout the four corners of the earth to who they are, why they are, where they are, and who they were always intended to be by the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. And I want to ask you all, a question. You know what I'm saying? The more that we begin to know the who's who on the world stage, does it seem that maybe Ashkenazi, because we have to be careful with how we refer to these people since they're very sensitive right now and then wishing to throw out the anti-Semite on anybody that's exposing the lie. But did these people, Ashkenazi, did they have a hand at the design of slavery in America? And did they do these things knowing full well who they had in bondage? Did they do these things according to the Torah, Mishpachah? So when, the converts, what I'm saying, in Ashkenaz, when they got together with the Roman Catholic Church, the Edomite Roman Catholic Church, in order to destroy the original people of the book, you understand, so that they could promote Christianity and use Christianity, the religion that was developed off of our Torah scrolls, in order to conquer the world. Mishpachah, they had to destroy the blueprint so no one could see who is the original and who is the copy. Like the late great Von Benjamin from the reggae group Midnight once said. They wanted to destroy the blueprint so no one could see who is the original and who is the copy. Mishpachah. So with them doing this, did they do things to us in slavery here in America? I don't know too much about what slavery was in the Caribbean or how it was or whatever, but I'm very familiar with what slavery was here in America. And the more you learn the Torah, the more it makes you say that they do certain things here in an attempt to keep us up under the curses of our Torah, in an attempt to keep us from waking up, in an attempt to make us perpetual slaves and a perpetual underclass to this so-called divided states of wickedness that is known today as the United States of America. Mishpachah, you understand? And think about how if you knew you had the Israelites in bondage, what would you do to keep them in bondage? What would you do to keep them estranged from their Most High so that they were Elohim would not deliver them from the bondage that was prophesied in their book? How could we extend this process? Well, think about it. Think about how they forced us to eat salted pork on the ships and when we got here. And those of us that rejected the salted pork, they would knock out our front teeth so that they will be able to force a tunnel into your mouth. You can't, when you got teeth, you can't get it in there. You understand? But when they knock out your teeth, then you can't reject the funnel to force you to eat salted pork. You know what I'm saying? Markings on the flesh, Mishpachah. Things that me being an ex-biker, I'm repenting for every day. They're tattooing in the marking of the flesh, Mishpachah. You understand? Did they purposely, brand us, to mark us, to attempt to stain us before the eyes of the Most High, Mishpachah? And the last thing, not the last thing, but just another thing I'm going to put in this short video to make us think. Did Ashkenaz have a hand in designing the form and type of slavery that we went through here in America, Mishpachah. You know what I'm saying? The separating of the families, the removing of the language, the raping, the torture, the sodomy, Mishpachah. You know, all of these things that they knew would make us abominable before the eyes of the Most High, Yah, or what they assumed and what they attempted to do to make us abominable before the Most High, Yah. Hallelujah. And then the lynching. You understand? Now let's read something out of the Torah, out of Deuteronomy 21, verse 23. And it says, "Let his body not remain overnight on the tree, for you shall certainly bury him the same day. For he who is hanged is accursed of Elohim, so that you do not defile the land which Yahuwah your Elohim is giving you as an inheritance." So he who is hung from a tree is accursed, Mishpachah. This is why Yosef Arimathea, you understand, wanted to get Yahusha, who the world knows as Christ, down from off of the tree, off of the cross, off of the stake, you know what I'm saying, before nightfall, because he did not want him to be accursed of Elohim, Mishpachah. Now, when you go and you look at the imagery, you understand, Mishpachah, of bondage and slavery with the lynching. Let's look up lynching images. Let's see what we got. These were rituals, Mishpachah. This was not something that was being done just to be being done, Mishpachah. They were attempting to curse the children of Yasharel, Mishpachah. And did these people indirectly or maybe even directly know what they were attempting to do to the children of Yaakov, Mishpachah? These were rituals, Mishpachah. Cursed is he who is hung from a tree. And they left us there, Mishpachah, for days sometime. Mishpachah, for days. You understand? Look at this. So as we grow in our knowledge in this age of awakening, is it not fair to ask ourselves, when we learn who we are and why we are where we are, that if the Ashkenazim, the Ashkenazi, if they knew exactly what they were doing in league with the Roman Catholic Church, did they have a hand in designing the kind of slavery that our ancestors endured here in these divided states of wickedness? You understand, Mishpachah? And if you ever want to know and understand how the Ashkenazi-ish people controlled the economics of the transatlantic slave trade, from insurance to financing the ships, you understand, to controlling the markets that sold the slaves. It was said that you couldn't buy a so-called Hebrew, African, Negro slave on an Ashkenazi Jewish holiday, Mishpachah, because they were so in control of the market. You understand? This is why you knowing your truth is frightening to them. And they are seeking to destroy anybody. Like you recently, you had Kanye West. And then I believe now they're down behind Kyrie Irving for promoting Ron Dalton's book, Hebrews to Negroes, and his documentary, Hebrews to Negroes. And I want all my brothers to be promoted that's out there trying to wake their people up, Mishpachah. That's a beautiful day in time. You understand? But we need to start asking ourselves, are these people's actions, and their reactions to us waking up, all stemming from the fact that they are ashamed and afraid of what part they play and what happened to the children of Yasharel on a worldwide stage? And with that, Mishpachah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And always remember to keep the fire burning. A little more oil in my lungs. Hallelujah, Mishpachah. Keep your eyes open. Stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. And remember that your redemption is near, Mishpachah. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hallelujah. And until we meet again, Kumar Yasharel, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Rise, Yisrael, Shalom. Shalom. Salam, Mishpachah. Hallelujah. Bahashem Yahusha.